Well, it would cost you 100 euros each, right? But not today. Not today. Not today. First things first, a few things about the origins of theater in general. In the beginning, there was only a group of people singing hymns to Dionysus and dancing a ritual dance. That dance was called the Thyrambos. And towards the end of the 6th century BC, things changed, and somebody started talking to the others. The first actor started acting, and we know the name of the first one. It was called Thespian. That's why the actors are also known as Thespians today. And then a second one followed, and then a third one followed. That's how theater was born. And there were always three people, three men playing all the parts, even the female parts. It was always a man behind that mask, always a man wearing that robe. And there were others singing and others dancing. And all of the theaters, back in the beginning, used to have three typical parts. First of all, the auditorium for the spectators, then the orchestra, this circle for the singers and the dancers, then the stage building for the actors. And as I said, it was always actors. It was a religious thing. Women could come here as spectators, but they couldn't be on the stage performing. The theaters back then were always open air. That's why they had the performances in the springtime, not in the summer because it gets hot, not in the winter because it gets cold and rainy. It had to be the springtime. But they also had another very good excuse for choosing that time of the year, the new wine of each year. And since everything was dedicated in the beginning to the god of wine, why not, right? Now, we know who designed this theater. We have a name, Polyklitos. And in the beginning, he designed the lower tier and the orchestra and the stage building, 3rd century BC. Towards the end of that century, they added the upper tier, and that doubled the capacity. So from 6,000 people, we go to almost 12,000 people. And this is all conglomerate stones. This orchestra circle, it is marble, 20 meters in diameter. At the center, we have the thymeli. It was the altar for Dionysus. And then behind, you can see the foundations of the stage building for the actors. And this was excavated, but it was in a very good shape, and that's why after they restored it, they started using it. Since the late 1950s, every summer we have performances here, mostly ancient Greek tragedies and comedies. And lately they also invite people from other countries to come and perform, many famous actors and actresses, including Kevin Spacey, Emma Thompson, Ethan Hawke, many people. And also they have operas too over there sometimes. So Maria Callas has performed over there in the late 50s. And they say that this is the theater that has the best acoustics in the world. They say that if you go at the top, you can hear everything. Everything, I whisper even over there. And many scientists have tried to explain why the acoustics are so good here. And they say that they have reached a conclusion. First of all, you have to keep in mind that this is not the theater of the 3rd century BC. This is the restored version. So it's not the same exactly, but still it is quite impressive, and I can sign that with my name because I have been here to watch performances, and I know firsthand that the acoustics are excellent, really. And now they say that they know what happens here. Underneath the seats, there are some cavities. And over there, the architect has put clay vessels, and they serve as amplifiers of sorts. And you see, that system increases the sound waves of the trained voice of the actors who are over there performing, and it decreases the murmurs of the spectators who are not enough to whisper to the one that was next to them. So that creates a balance, and that's why the people who are sitting over there at the top, they can hear even the whisper of the trained voice of the actors. So I will go over there and I will start clapping my hands a little bit, and I will make a few steps to the right, a few steps to the left, and you will see how the sound will be different every step I take. Okay? So give me a second. I won't step over there out of respect, but I suppose you can already hear my voice, how it changes almost every step I take, no? Yes? So. As I go closer to the center, it becomes louder, And then closer to the edges, it's softer. I suppose even you, sir, you can hear me, right? So even if you go higher, you can hear me because my voice projects. That's why the other guys don't really like me that much. But my guests like me. So some people over there go and sing songs. I don't do that because my voice is not that good for singing. Some people read poems. I won't do that. But you can see that it's very impressive, and you really have to come back in the summer months to see a play here. And they also project subtitles over there, also in English, because we have many guests from other countries who come here just to experience this theater. You must really come back. You can see which parts have been added recently for the restorations. The gates over there, they have been restored, but most of this is authentic, and it was found in a very good shape, as you can see. Sometimes you are lucky enough to have a monument almost intact. Almost intact. Yes.
Where would they put the clay vases?
Underneath the seats.
Oh,
underneath the seats, yes.
But why did they put it in first place?
Because over there they thought that it would be better for the sound waves to project.
The
Yes.
defined purpose itself.
Yes. They have scanned the whole area here with lasers, and they can see that underneath there are some cavities, and over there they have put those clay vessels. And I think it is interesting to see only the front row had a back support. VIP seats, of course. VIP seats. And if you have been to the Acropolis of Athens, then you might have seen also the theater at the south slope of the Acropolis. And that's the first ever one. It's not this well preserved. I mean, this is the one that was still used. The other one is still excavated, but the other one could seat approximately 15,000 people. And it was like this. Imagine. This one, 12,000 people. But this is much better preserved. That's why we still use this one, not the one in Athens, unfortunately. How's the view from up there? I know, that's why I asked. See if you can hear me. And I'm not an actor, obviously, but my voice projects. So I didn't even have to ask for a volunteer to go up there.
He just did it.
He did it on his own, yes. So any more questions about this? If you want to go to the top and see the view, believe me, it's rewarding. You can test the acoustic on your own.